boy Javier. Stay tuned for tonight. We will be at Yorktown.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Is that everybody?
That is
Okay, cool.
everybody. 1, 2, 3,
All right.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Extreme medium, the spirits, if you believe in that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
They are very attracted to her, and they maliciously attack her. I've never seen anything like that with anybody. Sometimes they'll get shoved, they'll push, or if you're walking and they'll kick your foot, and you do that. How's it going, guys? Hers is an extreme case. They push her, they shove her, she gets hurt. The Travel Channel was here in June, and you saw it on TV. But they pissed off a lot of spirits, and they can come in here and do their thing, and then they don't bother me at all. I'm not a medium. I've never seen anything in here. Nothing. Not one damn thing. But you know what? I hear all kinds of shit.
You do hear them, but
Yeah,
you don't
and
see them.
I wear hearing aids. I can't hear shit. But I hear stuff going on in here, and it's fucking bizarre. So I hear people moaning, conversations with people, kids screaming, singing, like kids, all kinds of stuff. It just grows on. I'm used to it. It doesn't bother me at all. But anyway, as far as seeing family, I haven't seen. The place was built in 1950, run by 3 of the Felician nuns of the Roman Catholic Church and the priests. They lived here and they ran the place. Their motto for the place was, "So others may live longer," which is a crock of shit because nobody lived that long here.
Yeah.
But anyways, so from 1950 to 1985, ran as a small community hospital, shut down, and then we opened in 1986 as a drug rehab facility, okay? So that lasted till about 1990, then finally shut the doors due to insurance fraud and malpractice issues.
Oh, wow.
So during that whole time of operation, 1,600 people to 2,000 people died in this little rinky-dink hospital. I mean, this is considering the whole town is about 2,000 people.
Yeah.
Well, the whole population died in here. So
Man.
anyway, that's not good. And I had to beg her to come in here when I met her. And she didn't want to come in here. She was terrified of this place. I'll tell you what happened to her when we get further into the hospital. Okay, this room right here, this is the head CEO. This is the one that ran operation. Her name was Sister Mary Elena, okay? She's the head nun, okay? A lot of people said, oh, she's alive and well, she's living and residing in Italy in a nursing home, which is a bunch of bullshit. She's dead.
She's gone.
She'd be 100 years old if she was still alive. And paranormal teams have actually made contact with her. So if you like,
Mary
try
Ellen.
Sister Mary Elena. Call her out.
Sister
and
Mary
sometimes
Elena.
she will respond. Okay, we had a response from somebody last week. So call her out, okay? Hopefully she'll respond. Okay, here's some more rooms here. That's the bathroom. I got it locked. More offices here. This is the nurses' station. Like I said, there was only 2 wings here. Small hospital, total of 33,000 square feet. Very tiny hospital, okay? Originally bought by the owners as a storage facility. He didn't know what he was getting himself into, but he was got a lot of his shit in some of the rooms, so you'll see that. Now this wing right here is the emergency room, where the patient stayed, operating room, okay? And this one right here is the pediatric delivery room, okay? We're going to go in this one first. And more of Phil's stuff. A lot of it's junk in there. This is a pediatric examination room. This one as well. Again, with Phil's stuff here. This is the pediatric room. This is where the babies stay. This is here for your protection, okay? If you see that, don't try to tear it down. Don't go over it. Don't go under it. The ceiling is coming apart due to the leakage of the ceiling, and we hate for you going there and get hit in the head, not because of ghosts, not because of the faulty ceilings, okay? So keep that in mind. This is a pediatric room, pretty creepy room, lots of activity. Make sure you got your cameras pointed there. Another room, and this one as well. Closet. This room right here is one of my favorite rooms of the whole entire hospital. This is the nursery room, okay? Lots of activity here. I've seen all kinds of stuff happen to people in this room. They're taking pictures like you're doing. My favorite story was a cop from Cuero. He came here with his family. He stuck his arm like this to take pictures, and all of a sudden he was like, fuck! Just like that. I'm like, damn, are you okay? He goes, no. Somebody just grabbed my fucking arm. I said, really? Yeah. So he pulls down his sleeve, and there was scratch marks on his arm. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So some of you guys may be empaths. You know, spirits are attracted to you. So if you get pushed or shoved, or they grab your ass, or, you know, I was going to grab my ass, but anyways, that happens, don't leave. I want you to stay and embrace it because you're part of what goes on in this house.
Y'all hear something over there already?
What's that?
I hear like a kid over there.
I hear it over here.
Like a kid?
Yes.
Or is that a cat?
Yeah, it's probably a cat. It's probably a raccoon. It might be a raccoon. There's
Okay.
animals that roam around in here. They scare the shit out of me.
Okay.
Might be a cat. This right here was here a few months ago. That was fresh blood, and there was blood splattered there. I'm thinking it's an animal. I was completely freaked out by that. But I'm pretty sure it was an animal fight or whatever. Let's go in here real quick. And this is the kitchen dining room area. This is where the nurses and the nuns, this is where they had their meals. This is the kitchen area. Very noisy area, very noisy. I cleaned up in here. The place was a mess. The old secretary didn't give a shit about this place, so I had to clean up. And as I was cleaning it was noisy. I got freaked out. I turned off my hearing aids because I didn't want to hear it. And it didn't matter. It was so loud I could hear it without my hearing aids. So I made a pact with them. I told them, look, I'm just here to clean up. I don't want to bother you guys. And they haven't bothered me since. So everything's been pretty cool. This room right here is the sanitation room. That's where they do the pots and pans. This is the bathroom area.
Back over here?
Out. Three doors. Those are the cooler areas. This is where they put the canned goods and all that. You're more than welcome to take pictures in there when you walk around yourself. People like to open doors. I was telling them to shut it.
Yeah.
This is an interesting device. This is an elevator food tray. This is where they put the food, and it would go up to the nurses' quarters and down below where the basement is, where the maintenance people work. So this was used constantly. Okay. All right, let's go in here and get you guys going. Walk around yourselves. Some serious stuff here.
It's probably back connection.
Lots of activity here. A lot of babies died in this room. It's kind of a sad room. So they can take pictures of that. Let's go in here. Speed it up a little bit. This is the labor room.
It's the one I'm ready to set it up.
And as the contractions would increase, they were putting it here. This is the sterilizing room. I call it the top room. I'm going to let the top papers. And after they were cleaned up for this big thing, we put it here. This is the delivery room. Okay, lots of activity here. Since I was here, I found out there was 4 doctors. the delivery room, okay? Lots of activity here. Since I was here, I found out there was 4 doctors that practice in this hospital. There was more, but these were the 4 main ones. Dr. Navarsky, I will tell you when we get to the emergency room, Dr. Specs, who is the pediatric doctor, Dr. Specs, who is the pediatric doctor, Dr. Barth, who's still practicing. I think he has an office in Cuero. I would not go to him, but he's in his 90s. And also Dr. Golke. Okay, and I'll tell you about him when we get to the basement. But anyways, Dr. Specs, a lot of babies died under his care. I was looking at some of the records in the some of the rooms I wasn't supposed to. You want to find out things, you do things on your own. So anyways, I was looking at his clientele, deliver, non-deliver. The ones that gathered that died in the process of deliveries, 1.5 pages of nothing but dead babies. That's not good. That was pretty sick. Yeah. So that was 1 year. I mean, I don't know how long he was here for. That's not good.
Yeah, that's a long time.
That is the delivery room. After the babies were born, they put them in here, they cleaned them up. They would put them in the respiratory therapy room, the nursery room. If they had to stay longer, they would stay in the patient rooms, okay? Now we're going to go into the other side of the wing. And when you walk around, keep your voices low, because you will hear traffic here. It might be traffic, it might be something else I can't explain.
I hear like a chime.
Yeah, it's pretty quick. Even though I haven't seen anything, I hear stuff. It freaks me out. I can't hear for shit. All right, you guys have probably seen the pictures, but one story of a guy named TJ. I don't know if you're familiar with that. But anyways, he was a guy that came in here with his friends. He had a heroin overdose. Instead of getting him registered, his friends just left his ass in their emergency insurance. So by the time the doctors got to him, he was dead. Oh, wow. So anyways, I was given a tour. I think Stephanie was here too. I was upstairs and everybody was over here. What I'd like for y'all to do is take pictures of the hallway. And they got a picture of this fellow. That was TJ. And they captured this shot. And it's an awesome shot. It's a shadow photo. I'm sure you guys seen it.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, that's TJ right there. Smoke. A lot of times people will get pictures of TJ, and sometimes TJ or other spirits are climbing the ceiling. So it's pretty bizarre. I've taken some pretty good shots here. I don't take pictures for shit, but every once I was on the toilet when I saw this, and I said, Stephanie, you need to come over here. And I took pictures of 2 entities staring at me.
Oh, wow. Yep.
Yeah, one tall and one short. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but I didn't see them when I took them, but when I got home, I saw
you
that.
saw it
so that's
clear.
pretty, yeah, hopefully shots here. But anyway, let's go in here. This is was the examination room, okay? That's where the doctor came in to see what was wrong with you. That's patient room. This one right here, 114. This is the most popular room in the whole hospital, okay? Lots of people like yourselves have had people, parents that died here and siblings that stayed and died here. There's a lot of activity here. A lot of times I'll see spirits coming out of this room, or they'll go in there and come out of 116. So make sure you have lots of pictures there. Here's some more patient rooms, and that's it. There wasn't that many people that stayed here. It's a very small hospital. Okay, this room right here, this is the X-ray diagnostic room, okay? Pretty much like your average small hospital. This I had a question for. I had no idea what that table was, and people were asking, what's that table? And I never knew, so I called up the owner. I said, Phil, can you tell me what that chrome table is, the L-shaped table? I don't know what that is. He goes, that, my friend, is a polygraph table. So they were giving polygraphs to people before they were being x-rayed, which is really bizarre, you know? Against the law, against the right. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe they put that there when it was a drug rehab facility. Don't know. Any kind of record I tried to find out about the hospital and their methods, they've taken with them because they didn't want to know, they didn't want to let anybody know what they were doing. So they were doing some bizarre shit. So this is some of the stuff that they were doing.
That's crazy.
Okay, there's another patient room. This is the emergency entrance. This is where TJ died. This is where the ambulance would come and bring the patients in here. And this is the emergency room. Lots of activity here. Sometimes I have to come here by myself, 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I'll get a call, say, you got a break in. You need to get your asshole in. I hate coming out here by myself. It sucks.
Yeah.
And I come in here and I hear voices in here. I hear conversations with doctors and patients. So this is a real creepy room. And that's not blood. That's paint. Whoa, you all right? I'll let that. That's paint. I thought it looked fucking cool, so I left it there.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
anyway, decorate the place a little
Yes,
bit.
sir.
Anyways, keep your voices down when you come in here. Hopefully you'll hear some voices in here. Let's move over here and finish out the wing.
No,
This
it's
is
pink.
the contact room. This is where the doctors, after they perform surgery, they would come in here and wash their hands. And who knows what they were talking about. Kill more people. And this is the operating room. Dr. Navarsky, the guy I was telling you about in the delivery room, he would perform some crazy surgeries. He would do shock treatments on people while they were out and without their consent. He'd also cut their throats doing thyroid procedures. But he was a fucked up individual, but that's the kind of stuff he was doing. He killed a lot of people, and a lot of people, including himself, are buried at the Yorktown Holy Cross Cemetery. So if you want to check that out. But last I heard, somebody had dug up his grave a year ago. Oh, shit. Yeah, so I don't know if it was people that he killed, their families or whatever, but they dug his grave up. So it's pretty fucked up. So anyways, he was the oldest practicing physician in Texas. He was well into his 90s when he practiced, retired, and died. So he was pretty old. This right here is the prep room for the operating room. Wow, that is so cool. What is that?
It's a great light.
It's a great light.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so fucking cool.
Be able to see like a shadow or something.
Man, that's
break the.
You know, I was just telling people I saw something similar to that, but it was like a kaleidoscope. I was here by like 4 o'clock in the morning. It looked similar to that, not that extravagant.
Right.
But I thought I was witnessing a paranormal event. What it was flooded here, and it was the lights coming from the traffic.
Oh, okay.
That's all it was. All right, let's go through here. We're going to change direction here. Watch your step. It's real slippery there.
Watch your step.
We're going to go right. We're going to go into the chapel area. Okay, this is the centerpiece of the entire hospital. These are janitorial closets here. Come on in, guys. Anybody got tattoos?
No.
You got tattoos? Usually don't like people with tattoos in here. I don't know what the reason was, but a lot of people that have tattoos, they react to them. Stephanie's covered in tats. She's got them all over arms and legs. So maybe that was one of the reasons why I got her. But the travel channel that came here in June, they spent the majority of their time in this room. They said most of the spirits were manifesting here. But yeah, it's not a very good place here. The room to the left, that's where the priest prepared himself for mass, the host and the wine, and that is where the nuns prepare themselves for mass. So they would use constantly. These are confessional rooms. The travel channel claimed they saw a spirit of the priest in the middle room. So make sure you take pictures in there. Hopefully you'll get something there. But whether they were worshiping the God below or the God above, who knows? They were doing stuff the devil wouldn't approve of. We used to have a lot more stuff in here. We had a big crucifix here, but kids were coming here and damaging stuff. That's just what kids do. I was doing the same thing at their age. Now Carmen has bitten me in the ass because they're doing it to my hospital.
Yeah.
So anyways, that is what it is, okay? Let's go upstairs. We're going to go upstairs real quick. And this is where the nuns lived. This is where they were doing their evil deeds. We're going to go into the balcony area first.
I'm saying prayer. Peace be with you.
Where'd you get these masks from? Follow you. Follow you? Take pictures.
Dude, it's already dying.
No shit.
Look, it's dead. Oh man, they're fresh.
I have some in the car in the bag. Hold on. The front. I have the flare if you want to use that. For now.
Sure, you have it.
Yeah.
Did you hear something, dude?
Yeah, yeah.
You're going, Did you hear something, dude?
Yeah, yeah.
You're going, Did you hear something, dude?
Yeah, yeah.
You're going, right?
Yep. It was right behind you too.
Right?
Yep. It was right behind you too.
Let's go into this room here. You can go ahead and go in there. That's the nuns' quarters, okay? This is where the nuns hung out. This room right here, I thought it was a sewing activity room, but it did say
Let's turn on.
that's where they did your laundry. Look over that table, there's an iron board. That's where they did all their laundry.
Like,
This was kind of like a little
I know, I heard it too. Sound like a little kid or something.
That wasn't one of y'all?
No. Right behind you.
right?
Yeah.
This is like a little classroom here.
You heard it too?
This is the closet. This is the roof.
I was like ignoring it.
It's following you. Or it's following Robert, one of the two.
And here is the bathroom, shower stall, toilet stall. This is what they hung out there. And this is the living room. Let's go in here.
Oh, it's open.
Two of the
Look at this.
nuns that lived here were impregnated by the priest.
What?
Anyways, they performed their own worship.
Oh man, it's crazy.
Sorry, I'm cussing.
They were sick people. Anyway, it had kind of like a Planned Parenthood here. Totally illegal. You told the nuns behind, they wouldn't tell anybody. Give them money up front, and they would hire somebody to perform the abortions for them. So that was totally illegal what they were doing. Also, they had people that died here that were unaccounted for, illegal aliens. They buried them in the fairgrounds of the hospital. So the police came and dug up bodies in this hospital. So it's pretty sick stuff they were doing here. So this was like a cemetery here. So, all right, let's go in here across the hall. I don't know for sure if this is what, but somebody was telling me this was Sister Mary Elena's room. Okay, this is her room, and you're more than welcome to make contact with her. She has responded on the little phone apps, so you call her out, hopefully she'll respond tonight, okay? You see where they decorate the mirror there. And these are the other rooms. A lot of times you'll be downstairs and you hear the door slamming. People are, oh my God.
I feel my backpack moving. Is Robert okay?
That's my story.
Robert's okay.
Yeah. There's more rooms here.
Is he okay down there?
He's okay.
More than welcome to walk around. This Okay, this is where people had withdrawal symptoms, they were put in, of course it was padded at the time, so they couldn't get out of the window. But they weren't following up with the right drugs and the right methods of how to cure them, so a lot of them would kill themselves. They would hang themselves, slit their wrists.
Yeah, sure,
A lot of
everybody
them would die just
Yeah. Which way? All right. So this is Jonathan's little boy. He calls him Roberto. We're taking him to every single investigation that we go to. All right. So we're walking.
Up there, we're gonna go one more story, okay? We're gonna go into
it's 3 floors.
caretaker room. Okay, I came here, I gave a late night tour, it was about 11:30 at night.
Thank you.
People were downstairs, I was gonna go upstairs and get on internet, because I don't get internet unless I go on the roof. I spend too much time there, drives Stephanie crazy. And I came here, and I was walking right here, and I heard behind me 2 kids singing 3 Blind Mice. 3 Blind Mice. I went, really? Okay. I didn't see anything in there, so I pointed my phone camera, my piece of shit phone camera, and I took this photo, and it's pretty fucking interesting. Right here, this door right here.
Sorry.
That is a street light. That, I have no idea what that
What's
is.
on the
That looks like a kid crawling on the floor.
Oh, wow.
But we got that posted on the memorial page, if you want to look at that up. But looks like 2 kids crawling here, so that's,
And that was right here?
that was right here. That was,
Right here, right?
the image was right there. So, I have no idea what that is. It's pretty cool. Anyways, the next room we're gonna go, it's also called the Watchtower area. That's where the people go in, the administration, to see who was breaking in the hospital, security and all that. It's also called the caretaker room. This story was told to me a month ago. I don't know if it's true or not. Apparently, I don't remember where he's from, but anyway, he's from Cuero or something, I'm not sure, or Kennedy, but anyway, he knows a lot about the hospital, and he was telling me the caretaker, the original caretaker, he was an African-American, his name was something Williams, but anyways, he supposedly told administration what the nuns were doing. They were doing stuff illegal, and the nuns found out, and they had him killed. And they chopped him up in little bitty pieces and threw his body in the incinerator downstairs. That was told to me. I don't know if that's true or not. I want to look it up on the radio, on the library, but that's, I don't know. That was freaked out when he told me that. But anyways, that was back in the 50s.
Back in the 50s?
Yes, ma'am, back in the 50s. Let's go upstairs and check out this little bitty room here.
Robert the doll is loving me. You love it, right? Yep. He's smiling. All right.
Small room, go upstairs. Don't put your hands on the railings, it's bird poop. Just be careful. You can see where the birds have nest up on the ceilings. It's like a condominium in there.
Join it.
Up on the roof.
Oh, man.
Good to be back again.
So up there? Up there where he's
Oh,
at?
make sure you take pictures in the mirrors, because sometimes you'll see an entity behind you, so keep that in mind. Okay. Nothing to this room. Okay, we're gonna go downstairs into the basement, okay?
Just for the roof, right?
That right there's to the room.
Yeah.
It's push her into the roof,
Yeah. Probably true.
Alright guys, yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna take pictures of
Push the rail. Yes, you want.
That door to the right, it leads up to the roof, correct?
You go first. I'm scared. I'm gonna.
You gotta remember that. Ready? That door to the right, when you go to that room. The door to the right.
We're gonna go into the
Come on, so slow. Watch it over here.
So on the way here, I don't know if you heard me, but I heard a little girl giggling. She followed me from the.
Yeah.
Yeah, us too.
I mean,
Who's been here?
we were gonna come and help you right there. Yeah, there's one more. There's one more.
So basement?
He's like talking to himself and shit.
I know, he's already over there, right?
I think he wants to get out of
They're
there.
going there now?
Nasty.
Yeah, I infrared that died already.
Cut up in little bit pieces. There was candles around the raccoon. There was a fire going on here, and as I've left the wood there. And you can't really see because we had a flood here, but there was a big pentagram here, a red pentagram. Can't see anymore. But there was candles going on in there. So I came here with the police since we had a break-in. And I was like, what the fuck? So I called up my old caretaker friend, Mike. I said, man, what's going on in the laundry room, this seance, right? I said, how do you know? They do that shit all the time. He says, whatever you do, do not touch anything. If you do, you're going to fuck something up, and something bad's going to happen. And Stephanie, my girlfriend, didn't heed his warning. She stepped over the circle, and now Stephanie has bad back. She has bad back. So, anyways, he goes, whatever you do, don't touch the thing, I will do reverse rituals. He came here with sage, had a Tiberian bell, and did a reverse ritual and got all that rid of the candles and stuff. Because anytime that happens, call me up.
Separate.
So he's not here anymore. He lives in Colorado, so I do here now. So far, knock on wood, everything's been okay. So anyways, that is the story I have to say actually. Now this right here is the incinerator I was telling you about. That they were putting body parts and dead babies and all kinds of stuff. It was mainly used to destroy medical records that they no longer use. That they were putting body parts and dead babies and all kinds of stuff. It was mainly used to destroy medical records that they no longer needed, but they were doing stuff far more sinister. And that's pretty diabolical stuff they were doing. I don't know what this room is. It looks like a shower. It's got a shower thing here, a handle, and a drain. But this has a lot of electromagnetic energy. So you can go in and take pictures, but don't spend a lot of time in there because the energy will drain energy off your cameras and your phones, and you won't have any power. And you won't be able to do shit. I usually tell paranormal teams out that you go in there anyways, and they have to abandon their research because they have no power. So just keep that in mind, okay? Let's proceed over here. Here's another one of those rooms with lots of energy emitted from it. A lot of times in the wintertime when it's raining, there's a lot of condensation rising since heat rises. A lot of people claim, I haven't seen any, but a lot of people claim they've seen spirits in this room. So make sure you have your cameras ready for that one. Okay, this is the wine cellar beer. I always check to see if there's any beer in there, but you drink it all. Bastards. Okay, here's one of these rooms. I don't know what it is. I have no idea, but it goes below below the floor. You can see there's a wine bottle in there. There's some rubber balls in there. So don't spend a lot of time in there. Don't put your cameras right in there because sometimes something will grab your cameras and you'll never see it again. Okay? You can go in there, sir. This is the power room. This is what powers the entire hospital. You can see the fuses that they use. A lot of energy rising from here. Sometimes you'll feel a draft. a cold draft coming from the concrete.
Right.
So that's always pretty bizarre. Let's go in here. This is my favorite room in the whole hospital. This is the boiler room, okay? This is the entryway where the maintenance people came in and performed their duties. These little holes here, you're more than welcome to go up there and take pictures, but don't go in those rooms. Okay, it's very demonic. They had a what do you call it, mortuary here. They weren't supposed to have one. They were affiliated with a funeral home a couple blocks away from here, but they couldn't afford to pay them, so they had their own mortuary and they were piling bodies in there. You take pictures like you do it, don't go in there. Very demonic, okay? This is another incinerator. This was used constantly, but it's fairly clean. I don't know why it's so clean. Nobody can tell me why it's so clean, but this was used all the time. This right here, this is actual blood splatter that happened in '83. It was Lever's quarrel, and the guy caught his wife making out with someone. He came here with a knife, came through those doors, stabbed his wife, stabbed the lover, and then stabbed himself. But you can see the blood splatter goes all the way up there, maybe about 12 feet. Unless you hit somebody's jugular vein, you stab somebody, that would not happen. So I often question, I talked to the old caretaker because he didn't realize, he was thinking the same thing, that would never happen. So we always questioned that. Anyways, back in September, I got a call from somebody that wanted to do a tour. He wanted me to do a tour with him, but I was in Cuero, so I couldn't do it, that instant. I said, I'm in Cuero. I will haul ass and I will meet you at the hospital. He goes, okay, I'm going to take a couple pictures outside the hospital and I'm going to eat at Dairy Queen. And I'll meet you at the hospital. So I said, that's cool. So anyways, he calls me again. He goes, I hate to bother you. Is anybody supposed to be at the hospital at this time? I said, no, sir. Well, he took a couple pictures. You can see here that somebody is at the door, okay?
Oh yeah, I see that.
You see that?
Yeah.
Somebody's
yeah,
actually
I've seen that one online. You have
Okay,
it.
somebody was actual at the door, and you can see that it's locked. Let me see if I can. It's locked. So somebody broke in there. I said, well, son of a bitch, I'm going to have to call the cops. So I called the cops on him. 3 of the cops are from Cuero. They're not from here because I don't have a police force here because they were shut down due to corruption and drugs and all that. So they came from Cuero. So anytime you call 911, they're from Cuero. So anyways, I said, well, this is the son of a bitch that did it. So we went to look for him, and that's when I found the contents in the seance stuff. And they did a PD watch on him, posted his pictures everywhere. Nobody knows who this son of a bitch is, except for Donna Perez. Anyways, after the cops came in, I did the tour, he left. SUV pulls up, it's Donna Perez. She introduces herself, and she said, I used to work here. I was the youngest nurse. Oh, it's okay. I was the youngest nurse. I was 16 years old. I worked here for a few months. I encountered some diabolical stuff in the hospital, particularly 114. She said she worked there on a shift. There was particularly 114. She said she worked there on a shift. There was
particularly 114. She said she worked there on a shift. There was
2 people that were there, and the IV trays were being moved among themselves. So she was freaked out. The what do you call it? The clipboards that were on the end of the bed that says their progress where the doctors can read it. Yeah. They were being tossed like tortillas. What? She got totally freaked out. She started screaming. She ran out of there, went to the front of the building. She goes, oh my God, there's some stuff going on in 114. Someone needs to check it out. So everybody's like, what the fuck is wrong with her? Yeah. So she came up to one of the nuns. You know what the nun did?
What? Like whatever?
Nuns. You know what the nun did?
What? Like whatever?
Nuns. You know what the nun did?
What? Like whatever?
Just ignore it. Fuck away from me. So Donna got pissed off and she was freaked out, so she left. Never came back. So I had to beg her to come in here. I had to pull her arm. She's like, I don't want to come in here. She said, you're safe. That happened long. No, I got possessed by some of the demons that were in that hospital.
Oh,
So
man.
she won't come in here. She came one time, that's it, and I haven't seen her since. I talked to her on Facebook, but she's kind of Looney Tunes, but I attract Looney Tunes.
I would like to talk to
Yeah.
her.
But anyways, she goes, Eddie goes, I saw police wheel. What happened? I said, somebody broke in the hospital, Donna, and they took pictures. She said, can I see those pictures? So I showed them to her. And Donna's reaction was, oh my God, I know this guy. I said, you know this individual that we're looking at? He goes, yeah, his name is Danny. He used to work here in '83. He was the guy that killed those two people and himself.
No way.
So I'm thinking, yeah, okay, Donna, how did that happen? Because I didn't believe a fucking word she was saying.
Yeah.
She goes, he had a .22 caliber gun, shot her, shot him, and then shot himself in the fucking head. I'm like, well, that would explain the blood splatter, because bullets do that. So anyways, she goes, I'd seen this picture before, plenty of times, but then I noticed, you notice anything weird about this picture?
His eye.
No.
The bullet hole?
Yeah, bullet hole in his fucking head.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the hell?
It's like, it's a bullet hole.
Yeah.
He went like
That's
this.
where he shot himself. I'm blowing this up. I don't know what he has in his mouth. I don't know if that's a tooth. It looks like a stogie to me. It looks like he's smoking a cigar.
Maybe he was smoking.
Yeah, he's probably just hanging out there. And I said, Donna, can you explain the Vans t-shirt?
Yeah, I was gonna say he has a new age.
I went to Vans Warped Tour in the 90s, man. It was a great concert. That came out in the 90s, because no, Ed, Vans have been around
They've
since
been
the
around.
60s.
Hello.
Whoa.
This motherfucker has been hanging out the hospital since '83. Nobody knows who he is except Donna and two other nurses that I confirmed this with. She goes, Eddie, if you notice, he's holding a gun. Okay, I can't see the gun myself, but he's holding something. I don't know what that is.
He has something on it.
Yeah, something is on. I don't know what that is.
Wait. This right here?
Could be. I
It's
don't
like
know.
a pistol,
It looks like
I
a
can't-
pistol.
right?
Yeah.
I can't see it, so I don't know.
The hole's on his right side.
Yeah.
But that's pretty
Yeah.
creepy. That's one of the creepiest ghost pictures I've ever seen. Okay?
Yeah, exactly.
And no one knows who he is. So whether I believe it, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have enough evidence. If
We don't
was
know.
9/11 an inside job? I don't know.
I don't know either.
I have no idea. So I'm gonna go to the library and check this son of a bitch out. So I don't know. But anyways, that's pretty fucking creepy.
Yeah,
So
that's crazy.
Donna has not come in here since that day. So
Man.
anyway, and then to get her to come over here that one day, I had to put sage on her and then do the Tiberian Bell. She wouldn't come in here.
Oh,
But
man.
anyway, God bless her.
Absolutely.
I haven't heard from her, but she's a florist now. She's not a nurse anymore. I can't say I blame her. Why don't you step here? Well, we're going to go further in here. If y'all have a pen or pencil, you're more than welcome to sign your name in here. Okay? This is that morgue I was telling you about, okay? Totally illegal what they're doing, but bodies would be piled up in there, and they would put the bodies in those little holes in the, what do you call it, the boiler room. So this is some serious illegal activity in here.
It's haunted, he said.
Okay, this is the restroom shower area. You're more than welcome to walk around here when you walk around yourselves. This is the medical record room. This is where they kept all the hospital record room of record stuff. No computers, just the old filing system, okay? Supply room. This is where Phil has kept a lot of his stuff. A lot of it's been damaged due to the weather, so he lost a lot of money. So that's his stuff. This one as well. Okay. They did film it. They didn't put it in their. They didn't put it in the special. Now this is a very disturbing room. This is the what do you call it? Interrogation room. Okay. This is where they put patients in this cage to hypnotize them to see why they had the drug problem. When it was a drug rehab facility, they would draw into the subconscious and hypnotize them. And that's pretty inhumane stuff they were doing. So you're more than welcome to go in there and take pictures. Somebody had broken the hospital a couple months ago, and there was a pentagram here in salt with one of these chairs, but I've cleaned it all out, but I had to tell people not to step in there, but it's okay now, so everything's cool. We're gonna walk in here. There's more supplies, more junk. We're gonna go into the priest room, okay? This is where the priest lived. This is his hangout. This was his living room, okay? Like he did some partying here. And in this room, this was the bedroom. This is where the priest stayed. This is where he slept. This is where the priest impregnated the nuns, okay? There was rumors that he had sex with the patients. He would drug them and drag them over here and have sex with them. Sometimes he would pay, the hospital members to bring people in here so he could have sex with them. So he was pretty sick fuck.
Is this the
That's
original
some of his
bed?
clothes that he wore.
Is this the original bed?
This is the original bed. Yeah.
Wow.
So pretty sick. I wouldn't lay on it.
Hell no.
All right, here's his bathroom, shower, toilet. But sometimes I hear noises in here, and it's like, it's pretty creepy in here. No? Yeah, that's probably jail stuff. All right, let's go across the hall. Here's a supply room. Sometimes I say hello, and sometimes they say hello back. So it's pretty interesting. If you want to hear a conversation, go in that room. All right, this is that elevated food tray I was telling you about, where the food would come in and everybody would eat. I don't know if that was here at the time.
Did y'all hear that? Was that a camera or something? Huh? Was it like those bells? Okay.
Everybody okay?
Yeah.
What's that?
I heard like bells.
Yeah,
So
you
it was
hear all
his
kinds of
phone.
noises in here. I hear conversations in here. I mean, it's pretty dark. If you turn your lights off, you won't be able to see your hands 2 inches from your face. It's pretty dark in here, so yeah. Always keep your flashlights on. Was it a couple weeks ago I came in here, and I'll show you a spot right here. That spot right there.
Yep.
There was a woman and 2 of her friends. They were photographers like you guys. And she came in, we were fixing to go in the boiler room, and then somebody just grabbed her arm. And she was screaming and freaking out. I said, "You okay?" She goes, "Somebody grabbed my arm." She started screaming and hollering. I said, "Ma'am, you're going to be okay. Are you going to be all right? You want me to hold your hand?" She goes, "No, I'm okay." But this spot right here, somebody had grabbed her arm. So be aware of this spot. I don't know if it's going to happen anytime soon, but it might. This was a nice room. It was a kind of like a, what do you call it, where they put documents. Had nothing to do with the hospital, but the owner before Phil had a bunch of stuff in it, but due to the weather, everything collapsed. But somebody was telling me there's 2 red diaries in here that the nuns wrote. I would like to get them so I can see what they were doing. But in order to do that, I have to clean this out, and I have to wear an environmental suit because there's nothing but mold in there. So it's really disgusting. But I want to go find those diaries. If I can get a hold of those diaries, I can hopefully know what they were doing. So anyways, this is the, what do you call it, the workroom, supply room. One of the noisiest rooms in the whole hospital. Always sounds like somebody ramshacked on the place, but I can never find anybody in here. So I've seen people get pushed and shoved in this room, and it always smells like paint in here. Like people are just working in here, but there's nobody here. Just check this to make sure. For my sanity. Nope, nobody here, as usual. Always checking there, just to make sure. All right, let's go upstairs. Check this room. Just to make sure, I sometimes find homeless people in there. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm gonna leave you guys be. Do what you gotta do, make your little studies and stuff.